As you already see, I've balded the hair with the trimmers. And then I went back in with an open Babyliss clipper adjuster. And I'm going back into filling the line with the Andes T-outliners with the custom ProMate blade that I've adjusted to zero gap. Now I've adjusted the Babyliss to a zero gap to remove the line that I created to start the fade. And I close and I go to upstroke. I kind of stretch the skin a little bit to bring the hair out of the root where I could bald it just enough for when I go in and finish and get out the line with the trimmers, with the shaver. And right now, as you see, we're at the occipital bone. That's why I'm starting this mid-fade here, bald fade. Now I take my Babyliss shavers and bald the rest of the head right up under the occipital bone. And I go back in with my FX trimmers and remove the line. In doing so, I stretch the skin using the same stroke technique, it is up and down motion, and then corner cutting. Now I go back in and open my Babyliss adjustables all the way open on level 5 to blend out that line around the parietal ridge where I recently started to fade. And I'll blend it all the way in, going into the crown, into the top area of the head. Here just now I'm just getting brushing away some dark areas where there's a lot of weight, keeping the same fluid stroke all the way around the head. And around the parietal ridge, I'm increasing and adding this small little weight line to give him the effect and fade that he desires and that he wants. They call it the old school Kobe ball fade. He's been getting the same fade for years now. It's like textbook. Then I approach the other side of the first universal guideline in the back by the occipital bone and do the same technique on this side that I did to the first side. As I call it, getting rid of the weight with fluid strokes and still brushing down and making sure that I get all the hair and stretch the skin down, making sure that I'm getting it accurately, and then, taking care of the business. As I did on the other side, then we go up again, and then now we again from this side, we're decreasing the weight again and going into the top of the head against the grain. It's more up close to show you the effects of the fade up into the parietal ridge, as you can see there, that we're fading the hair in. You got to fade hair forward. Now I'm going with an open Babyliss adjuster, the pros. I go with the grain with the top, even strokes from the crown to the front, going with the grain, relieving the thickness of the hair. And also with that is blending the sides right around the parietal ridge. After we put it down with the Babyliss Pros, I put a half guard on, close it up to reduce that last line around the parietal ridge and around the crown area, as we call it, the horseshoe, to give it a true blend and effect of the haircut. As you can see, this happening right now. And we're blending fluid strokes and brush with the grain. As you see how the fade's taking effect now. Now we put all the outliners. Let's see outliners by Andes. And we're starting to center the head. Looking at both sides to see how we can make his line as straight as it could be without taking his hairline back where it's going to take 2 weeks for it to grow back. And we adjust ourselves properly, especially in our structure as we're standing, and the way that we maneuver our clippers and the angle that we utilize where it does not form abrasions on our clients. Because these are modified blades that I'm using, so they're a little bit sharper than the average blade that you get right out of the box at the store. And now I go to this side of his head, his left side, and then we try to lightly tap the corners to give it a nice little effect as you're seeing in this hair. And then I go in to remove after lightly tapping the corner. I'm going to go back in with a straight razor at the end. I'm going to remove any excess hair that I can see that's, as I say, that's a weight. So the shape up shows that. It gives you all the defects after you line them up to what you got to go back and do detailed work. And then continuing, so I take my outliners, I go back and fill in and get that weight line out there. We're going to say a bowl cut, or you left a line there. And I do a little corner cutting with the clippers and making sure it is nice and neat. It has from around the ears and making sure that that line is gone. As we see here, they're going to take that line and get that line up out of there and blend that line out with some upstrokes, some circular strokes, and some corner cutting with the IC outliners by Andes. And as you can see, the line is being, as they would say, voila, gone. Keep brushing as well while trying to continue to line up. We go all around the head to do so. And there you have it, that Kobe Bryant ball fade. Key to what you call it, the key loop ball fade. Throw a little white chalk pencil on it to show his outline. And now there you have it. Ball fade.